All right, once we set it up, we can always turn it off and on. If you guys can see that, turn it on, and it comes back on. Today, we're gonna bring in the Magic Cube. Now, this device is perfect if you have any IR connections, like any kind of remote controls for your TV, maybe your studio lights or anything else. This thing will actually control it with either voice activation or with your phone. You could do it remotely, or you could do it personally when you're standing near the device. So let's go ahead and open it up and see what you get when you get something like this. So first of all, just wanted to let you guys know that the vendor was kind enough to send this out for us for a review. If you guys can see, this is the instructions they give you. And look at the cube. It is super small. I can feel like the button here. There is a device to charge it, Type-C connection. Nothing else. That's pretty much it. You do have to download the instructions. There is instructions, and you do also have to download the application too. So we're gonna take this apart, and it's micro USB, and then it's to regular USB, and that's actually we're gonna power it up. So let's go ahead and plug this in. Before we do that, we're gonna go ahead and download the actual application that you require to actually control this. This works with Alexa or Google Home. You can control it like with voice, and it tells you right here how to connect it to the actual cube and set up a control. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna power things up, and here's the actual link that you're gonna need, the little barcode to require to actually download the application. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, if you happen to lose the manual, like I said, if you lose this paper, you can always scan this and find it anywhere and maybe save it as a PDF too. Now, I'm gonna get a camera. If you guys can see it, the camera just found it. We're gonna take it straight to the actual application. So we do have to download this application right here. Go ahead and install it. All right, so I was able to install the application. You do have to register it. You do have to set up your phone with it. You have to give it access to the actual phone, and some certain applications needed required. So here we are. We're actually in the application. We're gonna set up the module itself. So we're gonna plug it in first time. It's giving the instructions here that you have to power on the Magic Cube and then hold the actual adapter home. So we have to do that with the 2 fingers. So you gotta set it up until it starts turning blue here, or starts blinking like this. Once you double click and you push the button, hit next, and this starts scanning the actual system, see if it finds it. It found the actual application. Now we're gonna give it the password for the actual Wi-Fi. Now the next step that you need to do, it brings you to a window, and it tells you have to connect to the actual homemade Wi-Fi. So we have to go into that system, and you're gonna have to find it on the Wi-Fi list that you have in here. Once it's connected, it's going to do an update. Of course, it hasn't been configured properly. So it's updating itself, it's downloading, it's doing all the synchronization, it's setting up the actual cube itself. So let's go ahead and continue. So here we're going to give it a name, and I'm going to call it Studio 1. And it's a default room, so I'm going to hit done. And that's pretty much done, the studio setup in here. Now we're going to configure IR connections. So all right, so we're gonna connect a TV to it, all right? And if you guys know, it's an IR TV to the cube. So what you have to do is you gotta go in here and say TV, and you gotta either find it or manually set up. So we're gonna copy the control. We're gonna say match control, and we're gonna find the actual system in here. So we're gonna look for it, and it's a Samsung TV that I have. So we have to go, it's alphabetized. You gotta find it. So we're going to set up a control. If you guys can see it, I'm right here, and the TV's right there, and the box is right next to it. So we're going to see if we could control it. Now responding, then we're just going to go do Samsung again. And then try 3 buttons. So signal, respond, and there's the TV. Look at that, just turned on automatically. And we're gonna do this with the remote. Oh, we gotta go menu, and they responded. So done. We set up the program, the TV. Now we're gonna turn it off. Look at that, with the remote control. So you guys can see the cube is really close there, and here's the actual control and side by side. All right, so what I'm going to do is it's the same thing. I'm going to hit power on, and the TV comes on, and see, I can even turn it off with the remote control. turn it off, and then I could turn it on with this one. So as long as you have any IR, you could control anything from here and even add your own buttons in here. Very simple. So this is a Samsung TV we're remote controlling to. I'm going to turn it off now. And the cube has to be sitting where anywhere in the location where you're going to have to remote control. So let's go ahead and set up the cube. Here's a cube. If you guys can see it, it's right next to the TV to get the majority of the control. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. 99.6 of you are not subscribers in my channel. I hope that the content helps you out and that you find it very useful. And I hope you hit the like and subscribe.